What's up, everyone? My name is Zach Hartley, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Welcome back to my weekly watch list series. The goal with this series is to share with you how I feel about the market conditions, as well as what stocks I am watching going into the week ahead. So if you get any value out of this video, remember to click that like and subscribe button. Let's jump right in. Okay, so to take a look at the market conditions, I always like to start with the indices. And for me, I like to look at the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones because it gives me a good idea of how the general broad market is doing, as well as how the technology and banking and industrial sectors are doing. And so I usually start with the NASDAQ. As you can see here, it was a little bit of a choppy week. Monday, Tuesday were red. Wednesday we dropped down. Thursday was another red day, but Friday was a decent recovery, which was pretty nice to see. It's almost like we were retesting the previous resistance here at 15,400. We broke out to 16,000 and it looks like we almost kind of retested it. We didn't quite hit this line here, but it's pretty much a retest. And what's also interesting is that most of the other indices look very similar to this chart. Traded choppy, a little bit of a pullback and a recovery on Friday. That's exactly what we're seeing in the S&P 500 right here. And we are also seeing it in the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones pulled back all the way through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, bounced up on Friday. So kind of interesting, kind of a mixed signal here. We had inflation creeping up. We're going to talk about that in 1 second. We also have had mixed results from a lot of the large corporations. Some of them are doing really well and a lot of them missed earnings. So it's been a little bit of a mixed bag this week. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is doing well in general. It did hit a brand new high of, I want to say, $67,000, $68,000 USD. Currently trading at around 64,000 USD. I would say that we have a little bit of a short-term bullish trend line that you could draw right here. And so far, that has not collapsed. That has not broken. In my mind, Bitcoin is doing pretty good so far and pretty good this year. Now, one of the big concerns and probably one of the reasons that Bitcoin is doing so well is because inflation just hit a 31-year high in October. Consumer prices jumped by 6.2%. That is absolutely crazy. That is the highest inflation we have seen in a very, very long time. And it is definitely a concern. And I think, in my opinion, a lot of people are taking their money out of cash and they're putting them into securities. And if it was 50 years ago, they would have been buying gold. And I think nowadays, people are buying art, they're buying NFTs, they're buying cryptocurrencies, they're buying they're buying cars, they're buying alternative watches, alternative assets that aren't going to be affected by inflation. So definitely something to be wary of. If you're holding a bunch of money in US dollars or Canadian dollars, it's definitely something to think about. Now, this week we do have kind of a continuation of earnings. We've had a couple big weeks of earnings over the last few weeks, and it's starting to taper out a little bit. This week we do have a couple of big names. We got Lucid Motors, we also have Walmart and Home Depot. We have Sea Limited. I really like this company. We also have Jumia, who has been in some of the headlines over the last little while. On Wednesday, we've got Target and Nvidia. We've also got Lowe's, so Home Depot and Lowe's reporting back-to-back right there. Kind of exciting. We've got Alibaba on Thursday. I am really, really looking forward to this one. Alibaba stock has been beaten to the pavement. It has been thrown away. It is down by 50%. I bought in recently, so I'm down just a little bit on my position. I think Alibaba is undervalued, so we're going to talk about that in this video. And then on Friday, we've got Foot Locker. We got Intuit. We got a couple of companies. So it's kind of a medium week when it comes to earnings. No major names. Probably Nvidia and Alibaba are the two big ones there that I'm going to be watching out for. Now, if you're interested in seeing what stocks I'm buying and selling, definitely check out my Discord chat. I post all of my trades, all of my technical analysis, and I'm trying to build a community of traders to share their research, share their analysis, and share their trades so that everybody can prosper and so that you're not sitting at home alone trying to figure out what to do by yourself. Join the community. It's $5 per month. You get full access to me and my trades. I highly recommend it, and it's probably worth your $5 per month. I promise you that. Now, Alibaba. This is a company that I want to talk about. Like I said, they have earnings on Thursday. They also just had Singles Day on November 11th. So in Canada, we have Remembrance Day, but in Asia, they have Singles Day, and it's kind of like Boxing Day or Black Friday of Asia. Singles Day is the biggest day of the year, and Alibaba and AliExpress are where a lot of people spend their money, and they're actually trying to get that Singles Day to spread around the world. So if you've never heard of it, I'm the first guy telling you about Singles Day. Just keep that in mind, because 5 years from now, I could see a lot of people around the world, including the US, celebrating Singles Day just because it's a shopping holiday and we seem to like shopping holidays. So that just happened on November 11th, so a couple days ago. We do have a higher low as well. So we got a low of $138. We've set a new low at around $150 right here. We will see if that holds up, but what comes to mind right here is we've got one low, a lower low, and then a higher low. This looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. So if we break through the support at 160, that's going to completely erase everything. But if we break through resistance at 180, that is going to confirm the head and shoulders pattern. That is a indication of a trend reversal. At that point, we will also be breaking through previous resistance as well as our long-term trend line here. And if all of those things line up, I will be adding to my position in Alibaba. I do have a small position in Alibaba for the long term because I can tell you right now, 5 to 10 years from now, Alibaba is going to be worth a whole lot more than this, at least in my opinion. And so I think it's a pretty decent buy at these levels. And if we get that confirmation of the breakout, I will be adding to my position. Now, next company, I just took a position in these guys on Friday. I've been following the stock for a little while. EXP World Holdings, they're kind of like a realty company. They have a lot of real estate agents that work for them, and I see more and more agents signing up for them all the time. So that's what kind of put them on my radar. And then I took a look at the stock. They fell from $90 to $22 from March to June, which is just absolutely insane. So this has some volatility here, and I think a lot of people really got crushed right here. But since then, what I'm identifying is that I think the stock is trading within a channel right here. As you can see, we've got several levels where it has been rejected at the top of the channel. We did have a little breakout right here, but at least 2 or 3 times we've been rejected at the top of the channel. We also have support at the bottom of the channel. You can see it was established right here in May, and then 1, 2, and now possibly 3 times we were bouncing off the bottom of the channel. And so what I am trying to do is buy in on the bottom of the channel and sell out on the top of the channel as soon as it shows that we're starting to get rejected. If we break out of the top of the channel, then I convert it to a trailing stop loss. But if we get rejected at the top, it's a quick exit, take the profit. That's what I'm looking for on this trade, and the reason I entered this trade is because not only are we trading at the bottom of the channel, we're also trading directly on our 200-day exponential moving average, and we are trading on support that was previous resistance back here in June and July. And so we have a couple different indications that are showing me, hey, I think the price is going to bounce off $40 here. I think it's got support. RSI is starting to move higher. MACD looks decent. The only thing I'm missing here is good volume, but we'll see what happens on Monday and Tuesday. If it falls below $40, maybe $39, that'll probably be my exit. But basically, I'm looking for the bounce from 40 up to 60. That'd be a beautiful 50% move there. And I'm holding options in it, so it should pay off very well for me. Now, next company that I like here is Unity Software. I've talked about these guys in some of my metaverse videos. This is a company that is the software provider for all of the game developers. So if you have played a mobile game, if you have played an Xbox game, if you have played a variety of games, the odds are pretty good that that game was actually built using Unity software, and they are very focused on the metaverse. And as the metaverse grows, I think more and more people will be using their software, which is going to generate more users, more revenue. And I think this company is going to grow exponentially with the growth of the metaverse, and it is currently breaking out right now. We had previous highs at 175. Currently trading at 196 with increased volume, great momentum right now. And I like the company, I like the stock, and I think it's a great buy. Next company I want to point out to you is Shopify. Shopify just set a brand new all-time high on Friday at $2,100. I'm looking at the Canadian version, but the US version is pretty much the exact same. We also had significant volume on Friday with excellent earnings that are up 46% year over year. Now, don't get confused. Shopify is an expensive company. This price compared to what you are buying is definitely expensive, but you are also not going to find a company this large that is growing this quick with such a good business model and such amazing customers and reoccurring revenue. So it is a little expensive. I do have a position in Shopify. I'm finally in the green on it with this move yesterday or on Friday that sent it up 8 or 9%. So I'm liking it. I like Shopify. I think it's a great long-term hold. It's a great long-term company. They're growing extremely fast. You're not buying this company for the value. You're not buying this company for the earnings. You're buying this company for the growth. And I think it's a good long-term position, especially if you believe in e-commerce and online potential. Now, if you're interested in getting into trading or swing trading or even investing, the platform that I am using to generate these charts is called Questrade. And if you check out the links down below in this video, there's links for Questrade that will give you $50 in free commission. So if you live in Canada and you want to day trade or swing trade, this is what I recommend. If you're looking to trade from your phone, I highly recommend Wealthsimple. It's the easiest to use, and if you use the link down below, you get $25 or a free stock. Lots of great value there, and if you're interested in crypto, I keep my crypto on Newton, and there's $25 in free crypto when you sign up. You literally get $25 for free. I think you have to deposit about $100, but you literally get $25 free. All of those links are down below. I use all three of these platforms, primarily Questrade and Newton. I have a little bit of money in Wealthsimple, but I don't do any day trading or swing trading in there. Now, the next company I want to talk about here is Tattooed Chef, ticker symbol TTCF. And the reason I want to point this company out, I posted this in my Discord chat, and Thursday and Friday were super interesting because this $16 level right here, $16, we bounced off $16 in the middle of April. We bounced off $16 in the middle of May. We bounced off $16 in the middle of August. And now in the middle of November, we are testing $16 again. We tested it on Thursday. We tested it again on Friday. And who knows what is going to happen on Monday, Tuesday. But all I can tell you is that people are buying this stock at $16. I don't know what it is, but people scoop up the shares at $16. And if you look at it, tested 16 here, volume picked up. Nothing happened much here, but when 16 happened here again, volume picked up. Now 16 is happening again and volume is picking up. People like this stock at 16, and so what I am looking for is I'm looking for the bounce off of 16. I think all these sellers are going to get bought out. The good people and the people that keep evaluating this company and saying, hey, this has potential here, they're going to keep buying, they're going to keep adding to their position, and new investors are going to get into the market. I think that could send the price higher. However, if we fall below 16, that is going to be a bearish indication. That is going to be a bad sign, and it means that we're probably going to fall to 14, which is where our previous support was. If we fall below 14, that's a really bad sign, but I'm doubting that we're going to fall below 14. We'll have to see how it goes, but as of right now, we've got major support at 16. I'm looking for the bounce off 16 for a quick short-term trade. Next company that I'm also looking at is Palantir. I really like Palantir as a business. I like what they're doing. I like the reoccurring revenue. I like the software. I like almost everything about Palantir except for the last few days of trading, because we've got resistance right around $28 to $30. We got rejected here in March. We got it rejected again in June and again in September here. And now the earnings just came out in the middle of this week. The earnings were okay, but clearly people had different expectations and they weren't happy with how things went. And that caused the stock to fall from like $27.50, $28 down to $22, which is a pretty significant drop off. And now it is starting to trade along this support level here. And so I like Palantir at these levels, anywhere between $20 and $22. I actually really like the company because they have great growth. They have a great business. They have a strategic advantage. They have a competitive advantage. I like what they're doing, and the financials look good. There's a clear path to profitability for this company. They're not profitable yet, but with this current growth rate and the potential of what they're doing, I think it's easily obtainable. So I like the stock. I think it's trading within a channel, and similar to EXPI, I want to buy it at the bottom of the channel. So if it falls any lower on Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be scooping up shares between 20 and 22. If we see a clear change in direction here, I might scoop up shares as it goes higher, back up to 28, looking for a breakout. But as of right now, I'm swing trading it until we get a confirmed breakout of 28. I like the company long term. That's how I feel about Palantir. Now, the last company that I want to share with you is Square. I really like this company. They hold a lot of cryptocurrencies. They're one of the largest crypto holders in the world. I like Jack Dorsey. I like the business model. It's reoccurring, and everything Square is doing is just absolutely fantastic. I kick myself every day that I wasn't buying this company at the pits and the bottoms of the pandemic, because I knew 100% for sure this company was still going to be here, and it was trading at like $30 back then, and I didn't buy it, and I kick myself every day. But since then, I follow it, I trade it, I'm in and out of it, and as of right now, we've got resistance at 290. We got rejected at 290. We came down to 224, tried to make our way back up, didn't make it, and now we're trading back at the exact same 224, 225 level. I think we've got a double bottom right here. I do think we have a little bit of support, and if the stock starts to move higher when it breaks through that 200-day moving average, that'll probably be my entry. I like Square long term. I like the business. I like Jack. I like everything about the company. If it falls through 220, I will be buying it in at 200 with a stop loss at probably 190. But I'm looking for the bounce here over the next few weeks on Square. Now, in summary, We did have a small pullback in the markets last week. We are not at our all-time highs anymore, but that is to be expected. That is what happens in the markets, and it's something to be wary of. We also had medium earnings this week, so we've got a couple of companies coming out, and we've had some mixed results over the last few weeks. Something to be mindful of. Crypto is also doing extremely well, probably caused by 6% inflation, so if you're holding a lot of cash, something to be mindful of. And lastly, my stock market course. If you're interested in learning how to analyze companies like this, take a look at the financials and do your own due diligence, check out my stock market course. It's completely free, over 10 hours of content. I'm not going to give you the full speech here, but there's 300 reviews and 1.4 million minutes of watch time on it. It'll be the best free course that you can find online. I promise you that. And thank you guys so much for tuning into this video every week. I sincerely appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.